Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Monday, December 29th, 2025. Only going to be able to say that for a couple more days. And if you're here this morning, good morning. And if you're not, that's okay too. So I am Hammer, and I am the founder of Originator Success, Grab and Go Social, and Rate Sensei. 3 great products to help you to get more business into next year. Remember, you could join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, talking about what's going on in the market, specifically with mortgage rates and pricing. If you would like a text reminder that I'm going live, you could sign up and just get a quick text alert at hmmr.io/reminder, or use this cool QR code over here. And we just send those out to you in the morning as I'm going live, let you know that I'm hopping on. Don't see anybody on yet, so I figure it's going to be a quiet week, and so far it has been. So, and that's what I would figure. So if you're watching the replay, don't forget to give me a hashtag replay in the comments. Good morning, Ms. Mallory Fotiadis. So far, the restream says you are the only one on with me, but here it is. We're adding some other people here. We got Megan Bissell and Nathan Cassidy. Good morning, sir. Nathan, your physical acumen is inspirational, the way you've taken care of your body and grown so strong. So I want to just give you kudos for that, man. It's always good to hear when your work is recognized. So good job. Tim Klyla, good morning. Megan Bissell, great to see you. Brandy Brickler, hello. Carly McLeod, good to have you here. Angela Walters, good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well as well. So if y'all are here, obviously say good morning. Oh, there's Ms. Amy Blauser. Good morning. How was your holiday, everybody? If you celebrate Christmas, I know most do, even if they're not of other faiths, a lot of people still celebrate Christmas. So if you had a good Christmas, I hope you had fun with family and holidays and all that good stuff. Ours was good, and just nice and low key. Vicky McSweeney, good morning. All right, so I'm going to jump in and go over everything. There's not a ton to cover today, but let's go ahead and go over what we do have and get that ready for you. I got a new thing here. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll take a look together. As far as a quick recap of last week, it was a quiet week. There really wasn't much going on. Mortgage bonds did break the 101.28 level, which I think it's an overreach. So we've talked about this 101.28 level. It's right about here. I'm having a hard time drawing it, but there you go. It's right about there. So you could see last week we did break above 101.28, and we've actually spent a couple of days above that level, which is significant, right? It's more significant when you not only break a level, but when you confirm that break, when you get a confirmation like what you're seeing right here. But this is kind of a false positive, if you will. The reason that I say that it's a false positive is because, remember, this is a holiday week this week and last week. The last 2 weeks of the year, very, very calm, very quiet trading days. And I think we see behavior like this. It's not really reflective of what the markets are really doing. Oh my goodness, Yasmin, sick with a cold since Christmas Eve. Oh, well, I hope you feel better. I know there's some rough stuff out there. Good morning, Ms. Loans with Mo. Is that Maureen? Is it let me know, Loans with Mo, because that's what I get on the YouTube ones now. Let me know full name, please, because it takes me, I have to remember them. I have to see them on a regular basis to remember them. Good morning, Mike Morano and Kenny Rivard. Anthony Smith, you finally did make it live. Good morning, sir. All right. So anyway, it was a quiet week last week. Like I said here, rate sheets today are going to be similar to what we saw on Friday. Let me go ahead and show you where we're at here. You could take a look and see, hold on a minute, and I will shrink this down and move it over. You could see that we actually have some pretty solid results here. 6.20, 6.21. Remember that the lowest that we've seen, according to Mortgage News Daily, if we're going to use that for reference and consistency, was 6.13 right before the October Fed meeting. But these are pretty good rates. This morning should be similar to what we saw on Friday. We're up about 4 basis points on the day, but it puts us right around the same level as where things were at then. And reprice risk on the day is low. It should be a calm day. We're still smack in the middle of the holiday period. Of course, New Year's, we're going to have New Year's Eve on Wednesday, New Year's Day on Thursday, and nobody's going to come back to work on Friday. So last 2 weeks of every year, we see traders generally slow down and disappear. Today on the calendar, there's nothing of note, nothing we have to worry about or talk about. It's a couple of housing reports, and that's about it. This week's calendar, we have the FOMC meeting minutes on Tuesday and jobless claims on Wednesday, which are normally on Thursday, but Thursday the market's closed, so you're going to have them on Wednesday. Market closes early, 2 p.m. on Wednesday. It's closed on Thursday. Don't expect any real movement on Friday. Generally, it's been really quiet, post all of this stuff. So taking a look here, though, the 10-year Treasury yield, let me refresh this so it scrolls. The 10-year Treasury yield, I kind of want to point that out for a minute real quick. We were testing the 100-day moving average here, and that was at 4.13 and now at 4.11. We've broken below that green line, that 100-day moving average. Now you're testing the blue line, which is the 25-day moving average. If it broke below that, we could test the red line, which is the 50-day moving average. But even if we do, kind of see that 10-year really drift down, there's a good chance that it'll pop back up when everyone gets back to work next week. Next week's going to be a busy week. We got all the jobs data, the full Monty. So we'll see where all that brings things and everything else. But otherwise, it's a calm, quiet, kind of a thing. I'm still of the same mentality that I have been over the last week. I would consider locking anything that's closing in the next 15 to 30 days, even 30. Well, anything under 15, I would definitely be locking, because if we've got this whole week this week, we could see a little bit of improvement, but lenders aren't going to pass along too much anyway. We're going into the holiday. It's not urgent. If you need to buy a day or two, we should be okay. But I would lock just for peace of mind. And even if we see improvement, it's going to be very, very small increments in pricing. You're not going to see rates move significantly. As we see the same thing going into next week, we're going to have the jobs, next week we got to get a full slate of jobs data. Should get the JOLTS data. We're going to get the BLS jobs data on Friday, back to a more normal schedule post government shutdown, right? And then on the 13th of January, we're going to have the CPI inflation data. It's not likely that we have to worry about rates moving much higher, but it's kind of a struggle to think they're going to improve much from here. I don't know that we're going to see anything that's going to really cause that to happen. So, and that's it, my friends. It's a nice, quiet one, and there's not much to talk about. There won't be much to talk about today or tomorrow. Just same old, same old. So we got Sophia over here and George, the kitties living their best lives. And I'm disappointed the Carolina Panthers couldn't play a better game yesterday. I don't mind that they lost to Seattle, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot. They look like they could have been a better team. Mike Tebow, the Lions let me down this year. I'm not a big Lions fan there. I'd put them on my third team. I've got Panthers, Giants. Here's George. George wants to say hi. He's on my lap. You guys don't necessarily see him. He wants to lay down. He's there. I haven't been, I'm gonna turn all these lights. You gonna say hi, George? You want to say hi to everybody? Here, say hi. Here's George. Here's George. And Sophia's over here next to me on the desk. It's funny. They're very, very friendly cats. For those of you who don't love cats, I don't know why. Cats are awesome, man. I actually, if you got the right cats, they are, I will say so. But anyway, it's the Lions let me down. Not really, just disappointed with the performance. The NFL is, a lot of people say it's the betting and they say it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged, but I think there is a lot of parity for sure. It can go either way. So, oh, Vicky, Patriots fan. Yeah, it's good to be a Patriots fan this season. 13-3. They're looking good. They're looking good. Good morning, Tom Stafford. George, Tom says hi. You should say hi. So George is just happy I'm here because I've been gone all weekend. So he's all like, hey, I got my human back. So I think I'm his pet more than he's my pet. So anyway, all right, y'all. Well, have a fantastic day. I'm going to go. Come on, George. I'm going to let you guys go. And I will be around tomorrow. I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I'll do a show on Wednesday. By the way, I haven't thrown it up there in a while. I'll give you guys a code to get a discount. If you if you sign up for the success plan, there's a promo code because the price went up. It's $97. But if you use the promo code, it's SAVE, SAVE 30, all capitals. Let me go ahead and edit this and I'll put that promo code. It's SAVE 30, just like this. I'm putting it on there so it'll show up on there. Use the promo code SAVE 30. It'll knock $30 off. You can still get it for $67. Think about signing up if you don't have a clear vision on next year. It's the time. I have got an awesome setup this year. Scott Groves is going to join me. He is the coach of the founder and coach at Consolidated Coaching. He's going to bring some fire this year and help me. We're going to, break it down into a 3-part program. We go over kind of just laying to bed 2025. Then we've got some really great stuff on 2026. We're going to use an AI engine, an AI agent that I built to help to kind of really have a document. When you complete the workshop, you will have a completed document with the help of an AI engine that you can go ahead and turn into a PDF or a Word doc and print it out. And it's something that will keep you focused through the year, something you could just keep going back to. And that agent will be available that if you want to go ahead and make any tweaks to it, if the year's not going quite right and you need to make some changes, that agent will stay live. I've learned a lot about AI and I can actually make the agent on or off. And so I'll be leaving that on for the year, so that you can use it to kind of tweak your plan and get a new plan. So this is not just a one-time workshop. It's also access to the software and the agent for the whole year. And guys, if it's not mine, make sure that you've got someone else's and do something. But I'll tell you, I had a disappointing 2025. We are a couple dollars less in revenue than we were the previous year. And the reason is because I lost my vision through the middle of the year. I just didn't have the focus on the right things. We weren't pushing the right buttons. I don't want to see that happen to you guys. I don't want it to happen to me again. So I'm really worked on focusing on my plan this year. So anyway, that's it, my friends. Jotham said, great Carnegie quote, my email. Yeah, thank you. I do work to find ones that I like to, based on how I'm feeling. So I'm glad that you all read them and that they do something for you. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's a 3-hour workshop. If that time does not work for you, this is the only way to get the recordings. I don't sell the recordings afterwards. It's not a money play. I kind of promote it hard for a couple of weeks beforehand, and then that's it. I don't want to fatigue everybody with me just, constantly pushing this thing and pimping this thing to pick up a few extra bucks at the end. I've joked around before. Many of you have got my emails where someone will be like, I changed the price and I got so many emails from somebody who said I was in Siberia on a backpacking trip and I missed the price increase. And it's like, no, you did. You didn't get any emails from anybody. Nobody emailed out to you. I get a handful, but I'm not getting anything like what these guys say. It makes me laugh. So anyway, that's it, my friends. I'm going to wrap it up for today. Y'all have a fantastic day, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.